Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats?
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
And whether you're joining us tonight on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thank you for making High on Sports part of your evening. Now I got the headphones on. I can hear how terrible I sound. Holy, that hit me like
What the hell happened to you?
Jeez, I don't know.
It's the sickness that's been going around.
I have Ralphie's disease. I'm the first with it, so they named it after me. No, bear with me. I am a victim of the beautiful weather. My body prefers crappy, terrible weather. And the change to the climate has shocked my system. But luckily, it's going to snow tomorrow. So I guarantee I'll feel 100% by then. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining us tonight. Remember, you can take your smartphone, search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Just install it and search MSC Radio Network. You are listening to us live on the go from your phone. You can call the show toll-free at 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. You can tweet at us at high_on_sports. I am at eRalphieW. He is at Von Erich. And, of course, you can find us on Facebook.
Here.
And she is right here.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/high-on-sports is the Facebook page. Go ahead and give it a like. And, of course, as always, the website is high-on-sports.net. You can go check it out and find the archive of all our past shows. Mark's blog, the latest one about the Yukon Huskies, the national champion Yukon Huskies, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is highonsports.net. All right, we have got a jam-packed show for you. It is round one. Let's go. All right, we're going to start with this because it's this is where we're starting. The NBA season is just about finished. Everybody's got maybe a game left, maybe two games, something like that. I think everybody pretty much has a game left. I know the Cavaliers finish it. What is that? Tomorrow night is fan mercy night or appreciation night.
Fan mercy night.
Fan apology night is tomorrow night. That's right.
God.
Hosting the Brooklyn Nets, the playoff-bound Brooklyn Nets.
Do they hand out 9mm when you walk into this place?
Oh, dear God.
Just
Put 'em out of
shoot
their
yourself.
misery.
Yeah.
Put them out of their misery.
The 54th annual maybe next year day.
Exactly. Well, we'll see. Now, what hurts this year, though, is we're in no man's land on this one. Normally, the Cavaliers suck enough that we can be pumped about the draft.
Yeah.
That we can say, like, at least the Browns have the courtesy to do. You know, they suck enough that we can be like, number 4 pick. All right. You can land somebody there. You know, a number 1 receiver, a new quarterback, you can do some of that. This is the lottery, though. So the Cavaliers, they could have the number 1 pick. They will not have the number 1 pick. But they could have the number 1 pick.
It is possible, but...
Exactly. Science says it could happen. But science also said it really, really, really probably won't happen.
Yeah, past behavior were to dictate anything.
What is the percentage? I'd have to check, but it's something ridiculous. I'd wait till... We'll talk more on that next week or whenever because we can get the final standings, but the percentage is not high of the Cavaliers getting the number 1 pick. But either way, so this is going to put them in that just out of the playoff range of no man's land, of where a team like the Rockets used to be for the longest time before figuring some stuff out and landing James Harden and now Dwight Howard and stuff. All of a sudden you're in this position where you can't really do anything to draft-wise to really push your team over the top, you know, so teams can sometimes really get stuck in this no man's land in the middle. But, you know, here's hoping that doesn't happen. But sorry, wait, I forgot we have LeBron James coming back this offseason.
Oh, yeah. Because
totally forgot about that.
Totally going to happen.
Oops.
So we don't need no draft.
It's going to be a fun free agency. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But for now, let's look at the playoffs as they stand. The East is done and set. And, well, a little embarrassing as they are guaranteed to have at least one team with an actual losing record in the playoffs.
The East is pathetic. We have the Pacers and the Heat, and then everyone else blows.
And Charlotte is 41-39, so they could theoretically finish 41-41, and they could wind up with two teams that aren't winning in the playoffs. Or hey, they could win another one and be a winning team. Who knows? Either way, you got Indiana at the top right now, 55-26. Miami 54-26. They actually play each other again before the season's over. If I'm not mistaken, they play tonight. Actually, I'm assuming immediately after our show. So you have no reason to turn off the show and put that on. So, yeah, again, Indiana, Miami play again. I'm going to bring up that show bring up the time for that game in just a minute here, if it will work. It's taking too long. I bail. Yeah, Indiana, Miami at the very top. Toronto is at number 3. They've actually clinched the 3 seed already. That's locked up. Who would have thought going into this season that Toronto is the number 3 seed in the East? I
don't think we did with our predictions at the beginning of the year.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at those, but I'm certain a lot of people didn't even have Toronto in the playoffs. I'm sure a lot of us didn't even have Toronto in the playoffs. Number 4 is Chicago. Did you?
No, don't think I did.
Oh,
She probably had the same picks that you did.
exactly. She probably had the same picks as me, just right after.
I picked before you. It goes 1, 2, 3. So you had the same picks as me.
See, I write mine down though, so I have proof.
What?
I'm just saying. Number 4, Chicago. Number 5, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, they were a team that had a really bad start. Everybody thought that was a pretty colossal disappointment. Then they climbed all the way up to 5. The 6th seed is the Wizards. The 7th seed is the Bobcats. Look at you, Bobcats. Not even just in the playoffs. You're actually not even the last team in.
Oh, look at them go.
All right. And the Atlanta Hawks are down there at 8, sealing up that spot this week, locking the Cavaliers out of the playoffs.
The Atlanta Hawks
6
with a
games under
losing
500.
record.
The East is so freaking terrible.
It's pretty
How
terrible.
do you make the playoffs 6 games under 500?
I don't know. Let's see what
The sad part is that would have been us if we would have figured out how to win the last few games.
6 games under 500. Let's see
we
what that
wouldn't
gets
even
you.
mention that, the under 500 point.
Nope. I'd be like, playoffs.
About give or take 6 games under 500 would put you in the West. It would put you as the Denver Nuggets are at about the 11th seed,
Jesus.
as opposed to here where you are a playoff team. So take that for what it's worth. Yeah, looking at the rest of the East, out just missing the cut, the New York Knicks. Just behind them, the Cleveland Cavaliers, obviously. Detroit, actually, Joe Dumars, their president or whatever they want to call it at this point. Joe Dumars stepping down today, making it official. Well, it's been official, but today it went into effect.
He's been there quite some time.
2003, I want to say, something like that. Back when we were in the 2000 single digits, so it's been a little bit. Boston Celtics, oof.
Rough year.
25-55. Orlando Magic behind them. Philadelphia looks like they couldn't quite suck enough to be on the bottom. Because without even trying, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Wow, Philadelphia had a 20-something game losing streak.
15-65.
Philadelphia and Milwaukee won less games than San Antonio lost.
Wow, that's stupid. That's just stupid. Wow.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's ever happened. Wow. Yeah, Milwaukee and Philadelphia, 15-17 respectively. 18 losses for the San Antonio Spurs. That's not just sad on their part. That's very impressive on the Spurs. By the way, the Spurs clearly will never suck, ever.
That is embarrassing. There's former greats from the Milwaukee Bucks that are like extremely embarrassed to be part of that organization. Guys like
Michael Redd? I don't know. Isn't that there?
That's pretty much all of Milwaukee's ever. No. Yeah, who has Milwaukee ever had?
Was it
Michael, they had
Big O over there at one point?
Who?
Oscar Robertson?
They had Laverne and Shirley.
Didn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar get drafted by Milwaukee?
But that might have been
feel like-
That was how many years ago? Does it even count at this point?
No. But, wow, yeah, I don't know who's ever played for...
I don't know.
Well,
How do you only win 15 games? Oh my god.
Milwaukee has its history of other championships, like
They got Shots Brewery.
there you go. That's what they got. No, Milwaukee. A lot of people don't realize they suck pretty hard. They don't win titles either. They're right there with us, and they're cold too. So it always makes me wonder, why we get such a bad rap like on ourselves,
Technically,
But
they have
Milwaukee's
the
a hockey
Packers,
town.
but
they don't.
technically they don't.
They don't have the Packers. That's like the 6 people that live in Green Bay own the Packers.
And they literally own the Packers.
They do. Over in the West, where teams actually play good basketball, it feels like 2 different leagues. The West feels like exciting. Like it doesn't feel like the same teams are just going to buy their way to the top or something like that. Like the East just feels stupid since the Heat happened. It's not even entertaining. You know the Heat's going to finish 1 or 2, and either way the Heat's in the conversation. It's not even a challenge anymore. But look over in the West. It's like deep, talented basketball teams. San Antonio Spurs, as we said, 62-18 at the very top of the pile there. Behind them, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're 58-22. The LA Clippers are 56-24, but right behind them, the Houston Rockets are 53-27. By the way, 53 and 27, both bigger numbers than the amount of attendance a Houston Astros game draws. Portland Trailblazers and
Much better than their TV rating too.
I don't understand how literally nobody watched the game. Like, you could flip through the channels and all you have to do is stop for 20 minutes and won't count you?
I heard that it doesn't mean literally no one because it's the rating share or anything like the 0.0 whatever. So it's not like total number of people. It's just they didn't get enough people to register one share or whatever, however that works. One like a 0.1 or something. They didn't get enough to get a 0.1, and it doesn't go to
Yeah, it
0.01.
was probably like 100,000 or something. They probably did less than that.
Exactly,
Or 10,000 even.
Whatever
I don't
number you
know.
would have needed to reach like a 0.1 on the Nielsen, they didn't get that. So, and there's no 0.01, so it doesn't
It's
go.
bad.
It doesn't go smaller than that. So
Is it their blood alcohol level or something like that?
it would have to be for you to
yeah.
accidentally watch them.
Yeah.
No, your blood alcohol level would be a lot higher than that, honestly. Anyways, if you don't know what we're referencing, it's the Houston Astros recently had a game. Was it Monday? Was it last Monday?
Yeah, it was last week.
Last week, where they finished the night on a 0.0 on the Nielsen rating. And it's not even the first time that's happened to them either.
Nope.
So
Poor Houston.
The sad part is the first time it happened, it was against the Indians. In an afternoon game.
Hey, Ralphie, just real quick, you got an upset Packers fan in the chat room.
Oh, do I? What's wrong?
They said that they didn't like the comment you made.
What was wrong with the comment?
I don't know.
I was making fun of the amount of people that live in Green Bay. There's not a lot of people.
It's a cold, not very populated town.
It is the smallest town or city or whatever you'd want to call it that has a pro sports team in the Big Four, the NHL, NFL, MLB.
Well, it's actually
NBA.
it's a Facebook thing that I got. Don't worry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, from MSC's Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Let's
but
just-
there ain't nothing going
Well,
on.
they sent me in a chat. That
Well,
they didn't
tell
like the
'em.
comment.
Oh, we let them
to
know.
stop being a little crybaby
Well, don't tell
and
them.
man
I'm
up.
not saying this. Just tell them the comment
It
was
wasn't
only
a-
that it's the smallest. It's the smallest town with a pro sports team.
It
look,
is.
Look, I
Truth.
agree with you. I'm just the messenger.
Hey, that's no insult to Green Bay. Green Bay wins Super Bowls.
Right?
I got nothing on Green Bay.
I think they suck, but that's beside the point.
I think their
Well, that's
Super
not-
Bowls
With
disagree.
a fan-owned team.
That's a fan-owned
pretty
team.
good.
That's a cool concept too. I'm not even just trying to suck up now or something. I really like that idea that you can buy a share of the
It's
Packers.
not like
or
here in
whatever.
Cleveland where we just own the stadiums and continue to pay on them year after year after year.
They put syntax on them.
Syntax issue. What is that? 7?
Issue 7.
I don't, something
Issue
like
7?
that.
We're not going to put support either way. Vote yes, vote
No, we're not.
vote no. Just choose for yourself.
And I will tell you this because I will tell you this. I'm not. That's one thing. It's I don't want to come out here and talk about you should do this or shouldn't do that because honestly I don't. I come out here and I talk about Cleveland sports. I love Cleveland sports. I don't live in this. I don't live in Cuyahoga County.
Yeah, so it wouldn't even be us.
Neither does Ashley. Ashley and I both live in
Lake County.
You live in Lake too? That's
Yep.
Lake? Okay. Well, I know I live in Lake. I just didn't know if where you live counted as
Where
Lake.
me and Chris, and I think our intern too, we all live in the city of Cleveland, so that hurts us the most.
Exactly. I live in Lake County, so I mean, whether this thing passes or fails, it's not going to affect me. So that's why.
We get no
that's why
words.
I'm
We
not
get
going
no
to come
say.
out here. Exactly. I'm not going to
No
come
say.
out here as sports analyst and be like, well, you should do it because of this, or you shouldn't do it. My official stance on it is that's not my call. So.
Nope.
That's my policy on that. Where were we in this whole basketball thing? Portland at
yeah,
number
that.
5. They're 53 and 28. At 6, Golden State 49 and 31. I'm loving Golden State more and more every year.
I do like them.
Mark Jackson in there and
Yeah.
getting things done. Steph Curry shoots a 3 like nobody's business. He hit as of this week, he's hit his 250th 3-pointer, making him the first. I think it's the first player ever to hit 250 3-pointers in back-to-back seasons. So
Nice.
that's a pretty interesting.
That kid can shoot,
statistic.
man.
Oh my god, it doesn't even look like he's trying.
No, I'm pretty sure we could blindfold
so
him and he'd
fluid.
still make like 50%.
Dallas made it back into the land.
There you go,
of
Dallas.
not sucking. They're the 7th seed, 49 and 32. And here is the one spot open. In all 16 of these spots, there's only one open right now. It is the last open playoff spot in the West. It is a battle right now between the Memphis Grizzlies
And the Lakers.
and no, not the Lakers. I think the Lakers were one of the first, if not the first teams mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. They were the first team mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
The Cavs won more games than the Lakers.
Which should let you know that Milwaukee at 15 wins, because of how much the East sucks, their playoff mathematical chances, not realistic chances, but their mathematical playoff chances existed longer than the Lakers did. So that's fun. That's fun to think about. Yeah, the Lakers 25 and 55, the Cavaliers 32 and 49.
There
So
you go, Cleveland.
there you go. We did it. We can
We beat
finally
the-
stop trying.
We had a better record than the Lakers. Okay.
That's what it's always been about, I guess. So, anyways, no, but the Cinderella of this story is still fighting here, and I am 100% behind them. It's the Phoenix Suns at 47 and 33 are a single game behind the Memphis Grizzlies, and guess who play each other? I think it's tonight. I believe it's tonight. Memphis and Phoenix play each other
All right.
tonight, and they each have one game afterwards. But this isn't entirely for the last playoff spot, but it's pretty damn close. Well, let's put it this way: if Memphis wins,
It's
then
over.
then it's over. But if Phoenix wins, then
It comes down to the last
then
game.
it's going to come down to the last game.
Yeah.
So honestly, not even just as someone who likes to see the underdog and stuff, just as someone who wants us to keep going, go Suns. Suns desperately need a win tonight. That's just such a good story, because that was one of the teams we highlighted as the season started as one of those teams that might want to suck for Wiggins. Now, obviously, being where we are now, we know Wiggins isn't going to go number 1. Most likely, it's going to probably be Joel Embiid, but obviously, no one really thought that at the beginning of the season. But either way, that's who we all sort of identified as the team that would really suck the most. Was it they did the trade with Washington, I believe, for a Mecca Okafor or something, where they
Yeah.
traded for him when he was hurt?
Yeah.
So they basically traded to acquire an injured player. And everybody, and that was another piece to the puzzle that really caused us to think that this is going to be one of the teams to really try to suck their way into
And then they went
that
and
number 1
decided to
spot.
win.
And here they are, just barely outside of the playoff race. They actually had that 8 spot for a while. Memphis climbed up. They've climbed up and taken it. But by the way, the rest of these standings, the people who are out and eliminated in the West, is 40-40 is Minnesota. By the way, 40-40 would put them in the playoffs over in the in the Eastern Conference.
Not just the playoffs. They put them in what? Oh, no. Charlotte's at 41.
Yeah, well, they still have a chance. Denver would be just outside of the playoffs, not eliminated yet, if they were in the East. And now actually eliminated, New Orleans would be just barely out of it, as well as Sacramento, who, this is stupid. They have one game left. DeMarcus Cousins got suspended. He got his 16th technical foul, so that's the rule. But they're suspending him for the last game, so it's whatever. Honestly, I'd rather suspend it for the last game than a suspension looming, when the
Yeah,
season
to the next year.
starts. But it's just stupid. Like, you'd think, if I'm the NBA, first off, people are getting away with way more I'd be a terrible boss at the NBA. But I'd be like, we'll forget it.
Right?
Let
Like
a whole
at this
offseason
point, who
coming.
cares? You have 28 wins. Who cares?
Exactly. Doesn't matter. LA Lakers 25-55, and the very worst that the West can muster is a 24-56 Utah Jazz, which puts them ahead of Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Orlando, and just about tied there with Boston
That's so bad.
as a comparison of the East to the West. So that's just fun to
You're
think about.
terrible, East.
The disparity between these two leagues is it doesn't even make sense.
No.
It doesn't even make sense. But that's one for another day. So that's how the playoffs are looking. We got another 6 months to playoffs ahead of us before we can start talking NBA finals. So that'll be fun. Let's talk some baseball here. I know that's what Von Erich wants to do. So let's talk some. We could talk about the Tribe losing yesterday.
Oh my
Trying
God,
to
they had a
actually
terrible
save-
weekend.
That was
Terrible
sad.
weekend.
So instead, we're going to talk about something no one ever talks about: the Yankees and the Red Sox. So my point specifically is about Yankees pitcher Michael Pineda. Now, Michael Pineda came under some criticism this week because it appeared as though he had some sort of brown substance on his hand in the first inning, believed to potentially be pine tar. By, was it the fifth inning, it was gone. By the time he was aware of it, never made aware of it and everything, it was totally gone, wiped clean by the fifth. Pineda denies doing anything wrong. Everybody denies doing anything wrong. And it was something noticed sort of afterwards by the time MLB actually took note of it. So MLB will not be punishing Michael Pineda. But the consensus belief here is that he had pine tar on his hand and potentially doctored the pitch or doctored the ball. Now, my question on Eric is I want to know your stance on this because I hear a really unique stance when it comes to pitchers doing this, because hitters, if a hitter cheats, that son of a bitch shouldn't be played. That's sort of the mantra in all of this. But when pitchers do stuff like this, they sort of get a pass as like, oh, this sneaky old, like wily old pitchers, like what is it in Major League? You got the older guy, when he can't get any substance on him, sometimes he'll rub some snot on the ball. Do whatever he can to,
That was Eddie Harris.
There you go. Eddie Harris will do whatever he can to doctor the pitch and everything like that. And it just sort of gets a pass and everything. But when a batter corks a bat and you find out, it's just, it's a scandal. There's shame upon him. But then when a pitcher does this, it's just sort of that, it's passed off as, that's the game,
Well, the major consensus is it's not going to be that big of a deal, the pine tar on the ball when it's coming towards you, unless it's caked in it, which obviously the umpire will be able to tell. Most batters don't care. They don't give a shit if the pitcher uses pine tar or a little something to get a better
Little
grip
Vaseline?
on the to get a better grip on the ball, as long as it's not caked on the ball and they can still see it and hit it without a problem. The batters don't care. That's why it's just kind of swept under the rug.
I just think it's sort of a weird thing, and I'm not saying I necessarily care that much. I just think it's very interesting. It's a good point about the batters not particularly caring, but there is something to be said about cheating is cheating.
Wait, you guys just glossed over something that she said. You said Vaseline. When would a pitcher use Vaseline on a ball?
Oh yeah,
They would put some Vaseline under the brim of their cap,
Little
or
bit.
What you think that is slip?
little
It makes
Frisco
it
on their
spin.
chest like Eddie Harris.
It puts spin on the ball.
it makes the ball spin more.
Puts the
coming
lotion
off
on
the
the
can-
skin,
hand.
I guess.
Yeah. You can spin it coming out
But
of
you
your
have
hand
to
and then
use a
it'll
lot
curl.
of it. You can't just smudge a little bit from your thumb onto the seams
Yeah.
and the ball's going to go all
I
over the
figured it
place.
would-
That's not how it works.
Well, I figured if you put Vaseline on it, it's gonna make slip out of your hand, and the ball's gonna go all
That
over
would
the
be pretty
place.
funny. The guy goes into the windup and it flies out the back.
Right.
Back to this shortstop. Now at that point I think you get caught. I think
Yeah, that point you're
I
using
think you
too
might get
much.
tossed from the game at that point. But
And the ball boy tries to pick it up and it slips out of his hand.
hey, you know what though? It can never be as bad as Von Erich, you know this stuff. Who's the guy with the Too much pine tar on his back. Got his home run taken away.
George Brett,
George.
Oh, that was
when he flipped out.
that was funny.
How do you do that?
That was a long time ago,
Oh man, how do you tell
I mean,
someone
outed.
no home run?
right? I took my bat and busted the umpire upside the head.
Fun fact about George Brett: he shits his pants once to twice a year.
Well,
He
why?
shits his pants.
He shits his pants. He did an interview and he was talking about shitting his pants, and he
Talk
said,
about pine tar.
and he said, I'm good for 1 or 2 a year.
Now,
Like, was he joking?
No, he was not joking. And then he told a story about him shitting his pants. It's a real famous story.
My God, who just craps their pants?
That-
Well,
seems
I'll
like-
post a link to the story on facebook.com/high-on-sports.
Sure, but my question here is just kind of how you're saying this. Is like, is this like a medical thing? Like, I
Yeah,
can't,
it's like
can't control
irritable
it?
bowel
Or is it almost like a
syndrome?
therapeutic thing? Like you're saying, like, yeah, I'm doing at least once or twice a year.
Or is it do Linus?
If you're not doing it, if you're not doing that twice a year, you're missing out. It's just
bunch
a
of flies.
cleansing experience.
a bunch of flies flying around him?
I don't
That's so
understand.
gross.
I'm good for twice a year.
Gnats.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Jeez, I don't think. Wow, twice a year.
Think about it. When he goes back into the dugout, where everybody's saying to him, what the hell is that smell, dude?
That's why players slide. You get dirt all on their
Oh
pants.
my
They'll be like,
God.
So
it's not
you-
poop, it's dirt.
That's literally a skid mark.
There you go. Exactly.
Oh dear God.
All right. Cool. Oh man. All right. Well, good news for the Indians, though. By the way, since we loosely mentioned the tribe, they are expected to have back on Tuesday Michael Bourne.
Hey,
Nice.
Most people are indicating he will be back by then. Indians obviously with the night off today to think about what they've done.
right?
I
Terrible
don't have an
weekend.
official update on the matter of Giambi, but soon is what I understand. I believe he will be back very soon. And as far as current Indians faces to look for to be gone, I would imagine the Elliot Johnson, his time is going to be very short. Utility infielder, he's a redundancy considering Mike Aviles. He can kind of do what
Yeah.
Mike Aviles can already do what he does better. Not to mention Rayburn can play infield too. So Rayburn's I was thinking about that. They're gonna have to move Rayburn in, right? I mean, Rayburn's gonna have to start playing a lot more second base and stuff than outfield, because there's way too much room out there. Niger Morgan's not going anywhere. I mean, he's going to the bench, but
but he's not going back
but
down.
he's not leaving. He's sticking with the tribe. You're going to have Murphy in right field and Brantley obviously in left, and center's going to be Bourne now, and then you've still got Niger Morgan there. So,
Yeah.
that he'll be your fourth outfielder.
Thankfully,
Otherwise,
we have that open DH spot with Giambi still hurt.
That's true. But Rayburn he plays infield too, right? Didn't Detroit try to make him their everyday second baseman in his last year there, and that's sort of
didn't
sucked
really
his way
pan
out. Didn't really work out.
Wasn't best suited for everyday play.
Exactly. And some guys aren't. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just, especially here, he wants to be on the bench and they want him on the bench. So it's a match made in heaven, honestly. And it's nice to find it's rare to find a guy like that that's like,
Yeah, a guy
okay
that
with
says,
that.
please put me on the bench. And then when he's out in the field, he's thinking, don't hit the ball to me. Don't hit the ball to me. Those are the guys we want.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Come aboard. Welcome to the tribe. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, you're going to find out what's urinating us off. I got another mock draft for you. That should be interesting. That doesn't have us taking Johnny Manziel. Woohoo.
Thank God.
Maybe a little Masters talk. 3 up, 3 down, all that, so much more. Listen to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
This is President Barack Obama, and you're listening to MSC Radio Network.
Oh, wow. Language. Okay, he was PMSing. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farmville request at a time. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at MorningShowCentral.com. MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following. This bowel movement won't come out. Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and store monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment, and they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768. Yo, it's Woody. Now, I know a thing or two about women, and I want to help all the ladies out there take care of their men. Happy Endings Orgasmically Organic Massage Oil. Yeah, I said orgasmically organic, made right here in Cleveland. Now, no other product delivers this level of purity and performance. It's guaranteed to improve your overall experience and keeps that sensitive skin soft and smooth. Guys, don't be a tool. You're doing it anyway. Might as well do it right. Get your happy ending at happyendingsoil.com. That's happyendingsoil.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello! I am Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
And this is High on Sports. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Whether you're on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. If you are not on one of the many glorious apps, remember to take your smartphone, and search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Just install it and search MSC Radio Network. Hit play and you listen to us live on the go from your phone. It's that simple and easy. Remember, find us on Twitter at @high_on_sports or use the hashtag #HighOnSports. I am at eRalphieW. He is at Von Eric.
That's right.
Facebook.com/HighOnSports is the fan page. Give it a like. And the website, of course, is highonsports.net. It's got the archive of all our past shows, Mark's blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is highonsports.net.
Who's that?
All right, let's get right into this. Round 2, let's go. A special treat for anyone watching right now, like, watching the feed on morningshowcentral.com/watch. They will notice Mark, this tall gentleman on the side of the screen here. This is the very Mark that does all those blog posts. And Mark has something. This is a joyous occasion. This is your High on Sports debut.
Yes, it is.
Mark has a urinating off he would like to share with us. So, Mark, why don't you go ahead and take it?
Yes, I'm in the process of moving out of my apartment, and I had to cancel services for my electricity and my cable. So I called the providers and told them that as of April 30th, don't charge me anymore. Not 5 minutes after I got off the phone with my cable company, my cable and internet went out. And I spent more time on the phone with them trying to have the problem corrected than I was to tell them that as of April 30th, I was moving out. Not April 14th, April 30th.
And then, so is all your stuff still gone?
No, I mean, I finally got it back, but I was on the phone longer to get the problem corrected than it was to tell them that I was moving at the end of the month.
Any cancellation, any movement, anything like that is just the most complicated thing in the world when you're dealing with those companies.
Well, I've not been a fan of my cable provider the entire time that I've had their services, and this just kind of takes the cake.
Or should he put him on blast?
No.
Is it? I wouldn't.
I'm not.
All
right. I'm not going to mention the
They'll cut it again. Like, screw you. You got no TV for 2 weeks. You want to watch Vindians games? Too bad.
Cut us too.
Yeah, we're still accepting advertisers, so we won't anybody out just
we
yet.
love all cable providers.
Everybody.
If you suck, we love you.
Exactly. If you suck, we love you more. Honestly, it's the biggest pain. When my, a couple years ago, when my grandma passed away and everything, is like we had to get all that stuff canceled and stuff like that. They were calling her house repeatedly about an electric bill, and finally we called them. We're like, you've been trying to charge a dead woman for like a week, right? And they just had no idea what they were doing. Well, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, first it's just an embarrassment thing, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, whatever. And then they try to be like, well,
yeah, when you said cancel, we didn't understand what you meant.
Cancel? What's that mean?
Then they can't even just like first of all, no one would lie about that. I mean, people would lie about that. But honestly, I don't know. I couldn't call and be like, stop charging us. This person's dead.
Well, it's like one of the...
But they're like, we want proof. We want a death certificate.
Well, it's like one of the...
You need to fax us a death certificate or to properly get rid of this. And it's like, screw you.
Well, that's like...
Send her a bill. Go ahead.
That's like one of the phone lines I wanted to get canceled here, and I called the certain provider, which is, I won't say, but they... oh, well, we could give you a reduced rate on that phone. No, dude, just cancel the thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what they want to do. They want
just cancel it. And it's, you know what? It's still working.
Yeah, you're going to have to talk to 3 different managers.
Exactly. 3 different Gregs in Oklahomas that are really Rajesh's.
India.
Yeah.
And the screwed up thing about it is that they'll go and they'll say, well, we have this best phone line system in the United States, and then you're trying to talk to them, and they're on the same kind of phone system that they're trying to sell you, and they're all breaking up and garbly and crap.
Exactly. I always hate that. Whenever you try to cancel anything, like cable, TV, whatever, they've got some kind of plan. Anytime you talk to them about the cable, well, we can get you the tennis network free for the first month. What do you say?
Oh, yeah. I really want to watch that.
All right, I'm back. It's always like that. We'll get you the Yankees games. I don't care. I don't care at all. But... that is everything's all sorted out though. Well,
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see when
yes.
Everything's sorted out for now.
Right.
We'll see how
he gets home.
The 30th.
Right.
He'll come back in here. I couldn't do any prep for the show. The cable people cut me off.
Because I was talking about him.
It's like I couldn't do my blog.
Yeah, sorry, no blog this week.
They cut me off.
Now, your current blog, by the way, if you want to tell about the people, we'll use this opportunity to do this too. Why don't you tell everybody at home what your current blog is about? Up at highonsports.net.
The run from the Connecticut Huskies to win the NCAA basketball tournament.
There you go. That's a good read. That's a must read. Must read. I read it today and I couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down because it was on my computer. It's a page turner, but it was one page, so it was really easy though. So check that out again. That is highonsports.net. Thank you, Mark. This was good. Whenever you got one of these, I don't even care if it's sports or whatever. Some guy bumps into you on walking down the street. Come on here and complain about it. I don't care. I'm fine with it. All right, thanks, man. Now let's do this now. Let's Von Erich has a video for us to share.
Yes,
Mark,
I certainly do. Do you got to switch that over to the other monitor?
Do I, Chris? Can I play this on this laptop that's here, or does it have to be on the TV? It
has to be on the TV. You have to.
How do we do that?
I don't know how to do that. Oh, look, I got my mouse over on the TV. Look at that.
Can we just click and
figured
drag?
something out. Well, what's irritating me off is the Baltimore Orioles have decided to
just
on the sidelines of
throw
their
it.
games to have ball girls. These are teenage girls who probably have no idea
what a baseball even is.
Yes, that is 100% true. And Ashley, you would know. So they're
Really?
He just called you a ball girl.
No, you're not a ball girl.
No.
No, you're much.
I'm way better than that.
Oh yes, much better than a ball girl.
She's a non-lesbian softball player.
Very true.
Those do exist.
I wish he was on camera. That face was great.
All right, well, Von Erich, I got this up for you. I figured it out. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Chris took care of it. All right, here we go. Are you ready, Chris?
Do we need audio too, or no?
Sure, play the audio.
Yeah, what the hell?
And
I hope she does something stupid and
play.
they make fun of her. I really want her to get made fun of.
All right, there's not much audio.
Oh, fair ball.
You stupid broad! Oh my God, she needs to go home.
Right.
You're done.
She'll get fired for that.
Rewind it and play it again.
All right, yeah, let's see that again. In super slow-mo.
It looks like she flips off the Blue Jays player when it
that's a
comes
fair
back
ball.
to her.
That's a fair ball. Nah, to her credit, that was a little tricky. Well, then again, if she's really paying attention, she's got the best angle.
No, fair or foul, she should not be going to the ball at that point.
No, because you know what
true.
this is? Because some one stupid girl out of all of them makes some great catch because she gets lucky and the ball flies into her glove, and now they all think they can do it, and she runs and gets a freaking fair ball. Sit down, girl.
I don't think she was going for a
before
great catch.
he even called it fair or foul, she was running to the ball.
It's because she was trying to be the next girl to get on SportsCenter for making a great play because some other stupid girl on some other team did it, and now she's screwing up.
Yeah, wow, that sucks.
You're fired.
That sucks. What's their manager's name? Is that
That's Buck Showalter.
Yeah, he needs to go walk over to her and smack her in the head. Look, she's laughing about it, going, oh my God, I'm so sorry. No. Shut up, girl.
You're fired.
It's like a real game, too. I mean, if this wasn't...
Come on.
This was
I feel like you shouldn't just throw people out there. Make them take, a baseball IQ test or something.
And they're still just replaying it.
That looked really cool in slow-mo.
It did. I like their new slow-mo cams. Mm-hmm. But,
Too bad they can't use them to accurately change a replay.
Oh, yeah. She's having the time of her life.
Oops.
Good for her.
Look, I'm going to get on TV. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry I screwed the game up.
You will never work in this town again. All the job
I
opportunities.
knew just
exist
playing
in
that
Baltimore.
video would set Ashley off. I knew that
Because she gives a bad name to the few of us who actually have brains.
You should
Stupid ass.
You should, if that's paying, you should be ball girl. You could kick ass at it.
I would.
You could catch the ball and
yeah.
you could throw the ball and,
And I wouldn't catch the fair ones.
You are a girl, so you have that, so... Look into it.
All I know is I don't even know.
All right. All right, I'm gonna thank you, Von Erich. I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna do one real quick just to make sure that we at least talk about this, and then I have my real urinating off. My sub urinating off is the last, let's say, 9 holes of the Masters urinated me off. I watched all day yesterday. As soon as they started, the coverage, I watched it. I'm watching nobody's too. It's the last day of the Masters. I drop what I'm doing and I watch the last round of the Masters. And I'm watching, obviously the main storyline going into it was Jordan Spieth would be the youngest winner ever, youngest person to start with the final group ever in Masters history, 20 years old, young enough that he'd have to call me sir, but he wouldn't. He comes out there at 5 under. Bubba Watson 5 under. Just won 2 years ago. Everybody loves Bubba. Nobody hates Bubba. So it's him and Bubba, and then just behind them is Fred Couples, who would be the oldest winner ever at 54? I want to say, yeah, that sounds right.
I don't watch
54.
golf.
It was 54. So they go out there, and Jordan Spieth on the 9th hole botches this whole thing, where Bubba Watson in the same hole was brilliant, and suddenly switches a 2-stroke deficit into a 2-stroke lead. And from there, it was pretty much over. There was no exciting finish. There was no neck and neck. Spieth fell off. Couples fell off before that. And ultimately, Bubba, all he had to do was par the last 5 holes. And it was just a disappointing end. I mean, very satisfying in that I love Bubba Watson. He's great. I loved it when he won 2 years ago, and it's just as good. It's awesome. One of my favorite things when he won 2 years ago, they asked him in the little clubhouse thing at the end. They asked him, does it feel like does it feel like in your dreams or something? And he's like, no, in my dreams I never got this far.
That's funny.
That's great. I love Bubba, and I'm very happy he won. Just a disappointing ending in what should be the best day of golf of the year, in my opinion. But still no Tiger, so Tiger sucks. That's over. I'm ready.
He's done.
They should just put him down.
His body's breaking down on him. He's done.
They should just put him down. No, but my real urinating off comes to us from the world of football and the world of pseudo-terrorism. Alden Smith was selected. Was at an airport in where was he? L.A. or something? I don't know. Yeah, L.A. All right, sorry. He's at the Los Angeles International Airport on Sunday afternoon when he was picked out of the lineup of everybody going there, whatever. It was for a pat down, second investigation thing and stuff. And he got pretty upset that they picked him in the first place. I'm Alden Smith. I'm better than these people. I'm a big time football player. So by the end of the pat down, he got agitated and everything. They said he was reading, really, I think the technical term is a dick about stuff. And basically he walked off from them and said something. He said something to lead them to believe. So, I can't find the exact comment anywhere because it's, a whole legal thing and stuff going on right now. But basically said something to indicate that he has a bomb as he's going towards the gate. I'm imagining what I would assume is that it was some kind of sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I definitely have a bomb on me, clearly.
Right?
And,
gonna go blow up Seattle for beating me in the playoffs.
Let me tell you something. The TSA, they don't
have a sense of humor.
I don't know if they don't get sarcasm, but
there's just certain words you're not allowed to say.
No.
Don't say bomb.
This might be America where technically you're allowed to say what you want, but you're not really allowed to say what you want.
Exactly.
Because when you say certain things like that, you're in trouble.
It's the same philosophy. You're not allowed to scream fire in a crowded movie theater.
No, that's
you
bad
can't
news
say
bears.
bomb in an airport.
You can't incite a riot or mass panic. And screaming bomb in an airport is pretty much inciting mass panic.
Yeah, it's it's a little bit ridiculous. And now he could face up to 1 year in jail because
he won't.
Well, no, he won't. But claiming you have a false.
If it was me, I'd be going to jail for at least a year.
Falsely claiming
probably more
about a
because I'd
bomb,
make it worse.
Whatever. It's just absolutely stupid that you just don't do that.
No.
It's just absolutely stupid.
Just don't do that, Ashley, because we don't have enough in our general fund to get you out.
Yeah, you know what? That reminds me, though, of something I'm about to bring up now is I'm trying to find the exact thing. They're calling it a joke terror threat. Let me see if I can find the exact one. Okay, it's someone named Sarah, which is I'm not even going to give her Twitter handle. You know what? No, I'm not because she's 14. If it was
here's another example of a stupid ass girl doing stupid crap to make the rest of us look bad.
Exactly. Full
Damn
circle.
it.
Either way, if she were like over, give you her Twitter handle. Everybody at home say just put her on blast. But anyways, this is Sarah. We'll just call her Sarah because that's her name on Twitter. She's a 14-year-old girl. But what she did is she tweeted at American Airlines, which is at American Air all one word if you want to follow them, which I don't know why you would, but if you do, if you just have nothing on your Twitter and want some tweets from airports, there you go. So anyway, she says, hello, my name is Ibrahim, like with an I? I don't know. And I'm from Afghanistan. I'm part of Al-Qaeda, and on June 1st, I'm going to do something really big. Bye.
Oh, my God.
So American Airlines replies to her, Sarah, we take these threats very seriously. Your IP address and details will be forwarded to security and the FBI. And I don't have in front of me her response, but that's when she went full panic mode and just rapidly started tweeting them, I'm so sorry, it's a joke. You can't do this. I'm just a girl. Please don't let this happen. It wasn't me. It was my friend. Send them her IP address. And just on and on and on. Trying to defend herself. I even saw one person claim that she tweeted that she had blocked the FBI on Twitter. So, like,
that's going to help.
Why didn't we think of that? We're worried about the NSA.
Right?
We're worried about the NSA.
Block
Why don't we
this
just block them on
person.
Facebook?
Just block the NSA and block the FBI.
Well, so
you'll never see me now.
So she thought she was out of it until authorities showed up at her home today and arrested her. I don't have an update on where she is because, let's be honest, she's a 14-year-old girl. She isn't actually going to jail or something like that. But put a little fear of God in her. I'm all for that.
Right?
A little scared straight. Why not? Take her to Guantanamo for the weekend. Just show her what happens to the
She
real
won't make it
Abraham
out of there
of
alive.
Just have dinner.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Absolutely ridiculous. All right, we're going to do this before the end of the show. We're going to talk a little football. It's time for our mock draft. One mock draft a week, every week, until we get to the draft, which is getting closer and closer. It's on May 8th, I want to say. That's right. So that's, wow, 1, 2, that's 3 weeks. Or yeah, that's 3 weeks from Thursday. So
real quick, you got a fan on Facebook, Ashley. She said that she likes the way you go off on these idiots that you guys talk about.
Oh, I like that person.
Chairman of the Ashley Fan Club, treasurer and vice president, and member. You know, it's great.
I like the way you think.
Hey, anyone that agrees with me, I like. So I like you.
All right, real quick. This is from the Miami Herald. Again, I'm picking random newspapers out of the country. It is literally at random. Last week was Kansas City. I'm feeling Denver next week, but we'll see what happens. The Houston Texans, they have taken Jadeveon Clowney, which I think is becoming more and more of a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think they're really not going to go quarterback. But at the same time, they could do anything. Who knows? St. Louis Rams, they have taken left tackle Greg Robinson. Again, wild card to trade out of this. Very possible that St. Louis moves. Jacksonville, they have taken Sammy Watkins. So that's 3 picks, and they still have no quarterback off the board.
Wow.
The first quarterback that they see coming off the board comes to the Cleveland Browns, and it's Blake Bortles. Quarterback out of the University of Central Florida. Not bad, not bad. It'll be interesting to see how they go forward with that, especially because a lot of people believe Bortles won't be ready. He'll need some time.
That's why we still have Hoyer.
Which opens the door for Hoyer, but imagine after Hoyer's first interception. Everybody's going to start clamoring for him.
Or he's going to slide like a moron again and blow his knee back out.
Exactly. They also have them taking corner Kyle Fuller out of Virginia Tech with the 26th pick. All right, 3 up, 3 down time. And we're going to start, as we always do, with down number 3. And down number 3 is the Tampa Bay Rays, who have lost 2 pitchers to the disabled list this week. Matt Moore and Alex Cobb. Alex Cobb, the 3rd pitcher that has disappointed me on my fantasy baseball team. Down number 2, the Cleveland Cavaliers. After a long season of ups and downs, it's too little, too late. Despite being one of the better records, I guess I'd say, in the second half of the year, the Cavaliers are eliminated from playoff contention. They sucked too hard to start to find a way to get in. And down number 1, the New York Knicks, eliminated from playoff contention this week, and shockingly, they will lose their draft pick to the Nuggets because it's a lottery pick and it's part of the Carmelo Anthony deal. It was a throw-in pick in the Melo deal that no one ever thought would come to fruition, and here they are not making the playoffs. Up number 3.
I know who number 1 is.
Oh, yeah?
I won't spoil it, but I know who number 1 is.
All right, we'll see if you're right. Up number 3, Bubba Watson.
I got another one, too. Just saying.
Went 8 under to win the Masters for the second time. Up number 2, UConn. Their men's and women's basketball teams are national champions. And up number 1, Union. NCAA hockey national champions. School's first ever title in anything.
What?
They have
You
no
were close.
scholarships on their hockey team, and a student body of
They
only
win.
2,200.
Whoa.
If you're going to talk
And they
hockey
won
number
the-
one, it's got to be the Columbus Blue Jackets making the playoffs in the
There you go,
NHL.
Columbus. All right.
Okay,
And I got another one.
right, what do you got?
America. Michael Phelps is coming out of retirement.
that's right.
Oh,
Team
right.
USA, baby.
So he's going to win
is an
gold
additional
medals,
down.
retire, come back out of retirement, and win more gold medals before Derrick Rose comes back.
Yep.
Which is an additional down to all the drug dealers now that will be missing the income from Michael Phelps.
Hey.
So, you can always move to Denver. All right, that's going to do it for us. So, for Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, for Mark,
Mark and
for
Mark.
everybody else, I'm Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We will see you next week, same time, same place. Thanks for tuning in to High on Sports on MorningShowCentral.com.